All right, Jeremy here, Jeeps Unlimited, partsbreakers.com, 303-666-9020. Listing a YJ tub, a late YJ tub. They're all the same from 87 to 95. There's a couple little things. There's a couple videos we've done over the years that show the little itty bitty differences, but by and large, they bolt on the same. The door's the same, tailgate same, windshield frame, all that stuff's the same. It's really the way the battery tray is oriented in them, and a couple little other things, but nothing major. This one has a little bit of body damage on it, so it's actually what drops it down to the B grade you see it listed at, which is a bummer because otherwise this thing would like an A+. It's beautiful, there's no rust on it. If you're looking to save some money, we don't get a lot of YJ tubs in that are that medium. They're kind of becoming CJs where you get really nice or not very nice. There's really not a lot in between. And a lot of times people's the budget that's out there, we understand a lot of times the budget's just like they kind of need it to be right in between. So for those guys out there that may be able to do body work themselves or know somebody that can do body work fairly inexpensive, this is going to be a good tub for you guys. And it's really the only damage on this tub, which, and again, I don't know what exactly happened, but I can speculate, is a tire gave loose and shelled the tread, because the damage on this tub, which is in this wheel well here, is exactly, you know, you can kind of see the lump of it there. When it dinged it up here and kind of bowed out this area, you can kind of see a ripple right through here. That needs to be all pushed back down or banged out. And then you can kind of see it here and a little bit more over here and wind it up over in this area. So that's the extent of the whole thing. And that's, I mean, it's extensive enough to lower the grade. But as far as like the rest of this tub is concerned, and that's why we do these videos, it's about to rain, so but it's beautiful. The floor to the feet, the roll bar, the front floorboards, the back roll bars, it's nice and straight. These aren't all bent up. A lot of times they get bent up, especially the back area. Okay, all that's beautiful. The top area, your cowl's beautiful. Windshield framed tub, excellent. You do have this over here, which has been real common lately, and it's just they're getting old enough. Poor maintenance. Seat bracket gets loose. Instead of getting down there and tightening them up, the seat just continues to wallow. And then before people know it, they realize now. The nice thing with this one, it's actually not like the one we just had to fix one of these the other day from a customer, had to replace the entire thing. And it's not there yet. They blew them out so bad. We had to go in here, put plates of steel, fix all this, put the nuts back in them. The nuts are still in these ones. So this one just needs to be re-welded and probably beefed up in some of these areas here. This one's good. So there's and the way these are the late style brackets. So you got a fixed seat bracket here with the one that folds on that side. Man, when I wash tubs, I mean, it's a used tub, but I'm griming here. That's not really as clean as I usually like to get them. So, but nonetheless, it still doesn't take away from how clean it is. So this corner's got a little bit of a bump there on it too. And then of course that corner's dinged up. Okay, so otherwise, this is absolutely cherry. Beautiful tub, solid B. And again, it would be an A had it not been for the body damage. I'm gonna pause it real quick and flip it on the side and give you what my favorite part of our tubs are. I've been doing this for 21 years, going on 22 years here in November. So hang tight with me. I don't know if I introduced myself, but it was Jeremy here, Jeep Unlimited Parts Breakers, 303-666-9020. Hang tight 1 second here. We're up on its side here. Now, this is truly one of the things that I am the most proud about on all of our tubs is, and this is the hardest thing to do when you're buying either a tub or even just a whole Jeep, especially a whole Jeep, is you might see it up there and go, okay, that's fixable, that's manageable. But without seeing the bottom in its entirety, it is very hard to judge how much work you're gonna have into it. The YJs aren't nearly as bad as the TJs as far as like how involved it is to do these, because the YJs kind of separate all their boxes out. So you got your side boxes here. This is right about lower of your lower rocker of your doors, okay? And you got its own little box here. This one's probably the biggest pain in the ass one to fix if it's broken. These ones are all really nice on this one. And then you have your front ones, they're the easiest ones because you can get full access, and if you break them or whatever, crack, these are easy to do. So it just kind of goes from, and then these guys back here, that's a pretty hard one. Not super hard because it's not too bad if you had to fix them. Those are even on a bad tub, those are usually not bad. This area loves to go bad on rusty Jeeps, so, and you'll get the whole thing blown out. And it's a pretty involved, I mean, it's a big ass box they put in here. They spot welded layers of steel. It's an inner box, okay? It's got a sheet here. You got a kind of a C-channel box in the back. And then you have these lipped, folded over areas of your actual corners here. So this one, the lower rocker of the tailgate is beautiful. Maybe a little ding there. But the box itself is very straight. And there's absolutely no rust. So again, even with a little bit of damage, or I mean, there's, you know, it's extensive. I know this is what happened. Look at that thing, because you can see they probably drove on it going, doing 70, and that thing unwrapped. So it tore the spot welds right out of that guy on that side. So if you need pieces like that, we don't normally cut tubs up, but I might have something, because this is a very unusual area, or just build your own little bracket. Nobody's ever going to see it. Put it back in there. You can see this is nice and straight. This is how it should be. It's got a nice angled, okay? That's what you're looking at. And then this guy here, it's up. So let's see if we look at it. So this is all the same, but instead of having this nice corner here, it's almost bulbous. It's like rounded. So that needs to be kind of re-squared up to fix that spot there. That's gonna be a mallet or some sort of tooling with, you know, it's gonna need some, what do they call it? Ginger massaging, I guess is what it is. So this is just the inner fender liner that's kind of stuck in there, and then pushing that back in there. So that's really what's required on that guy. Okay, so we've seen that, and nothing to shy away from. I want to show it in its entirety and not overplay or underplay it. So it is what it is, but there's a decent amount of savings in because of it. So as far as the tub torque pockets go, we got 10 of them. We'll count them off like as always. So we got 1, 2, and these are all, look at the threads on them, just absolutely beautiful. 3, 4, 5, oh my knees, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 10. So that's your 10. Your 11th one is, of course, up on your radiator support at your grill. So that's not there, obviously. If you need a front clip, we sell those. Okay, so that pretty much does it. If there's anything, you have any questions on it, if you don't want to mess with the body work, you don't know anybody that can do this kind of body work, and I would strongly advise, unless you're doing this as a rock crawler, and even if you are doing it as a rock crawler, I would probably say then let's just go to a C-tub, because you're going to be beating it up anyway. But if you don't know a body guy and you don't know how to do body work, unless you have a really good connection or somebody owes you a big favor, I wouldn't bite this off. Even though it's not terrible, I would say spend the extra money, go to a grade A tub. We happen to have one of them right now, 1 or 2 actually. And the savings that, yes, you'll spend more on the tub, but you'll save on labor. If you don't know anybody or can't do this work yourself, it's gonna be, you know, it's fairly costly to go into a body shop. There's the guys out there, oh, it's, you know, a couple $100. No. I mean, if you do it yourself, or you know somebody owes you a favor, that's possible. But if you don't, you're just walking into a body shop, they're probably going to grade this in a very different way, and give you time and labor and tell you, wait, we really don't know until we get in there. You know, we may have 10 hours in it, we may have 100 hours, and that's going to be very expensive. So just keep that in mind. If this tub is really it's really intended for the DIY guys that do body work or think that they can do some of it, or a body shop that already is doing other body work for the customer, and you know, this helps to take it out for them. And that is a case out there. So that corner, you can see it's got some dings on it. This corner is salvageable. I mean, it's not rusted, but with the rest of it, it just depends on what you'd want to do with that. And this side is salvageable. It's you know, this one's kind of dinged up. The other one's real dinged up. Okay, so we'll go with it for that way. And then if you need anything else on it, like I said, if you need, this is what that other piece looked like. So it's just like a perfectly flat piece in here. I'm sure we have a tub that because like I said, even on a bad tub, which we don't get very often out here as we try to stay away from the rust, even on a bad tub, this is probably going to be salvageable on. So finding that wouldn't be hard. And if you wanted something else off of it, again, a side or something, I'm sure we could figure that out. But we do have some nice, clean grade A tubs right now. So if you're looking for just a step up from it, don't hesitate to to reach out on that, and we'll go from there. Now I am going to be finishing, hopefully if the rain doesn't come in too bad tonight, the rest of these CJ tubs. You can use this as a CJ conversion, and we have talked about that for almost 20 years, so as long as we've been doing this stuff for. So I'm sure there's other people who've done it too, but we have videos out there that show you exactly the differences. Not necessarily how to do it, it just shows you what's different, so you know what you're going to encounter if that's what you're going for. And yeah, so YJ tub, they're getting hard to get, but they're still out there, and they're still, because they're a little newer, they're still just a little bit cleaner than a lot of CJs. You know, this is going to be another A-grade tub that we have here that's going to go up here shortly. It's got a couple spots on it, but this is going to be an excellent tub to be able to sell and offer here shortly on a CJ. And I just put one up, and I have one more to put up. And then this is going to be like a B grade here, and it's got kind of similar issues on this one. It's got some beat up corners, a little bit more rust starting to show up at the roll bar pads. All stuff that's a little bit more common on CJs, but nonetheless, it's there. That one needs to be washed still, and then I got a couple frames I'm going to put up. All right, so Jeremy here, JeepsUnlimitedPartsBreakers.com, 303-666-9020. Get some photos of it, and we'll wrap this up. Thank you.